Alright, welcome to Salasti Science Hub. Today we'll be looking at a very vital topic, which is writing the chemical formulas of inorganic compounds. Most students find it difficult to write the chemical formula of inorganic compounds. So at the end of today's class, you will learn how to write the chemical formulas of inorganic compounds. But then, what are inorganic compounds? Inorganic compounds are those compounds that do not have carbon hydrogen bonds. Okay, and then for you to write the chemical formula of inorganic compounds, you need to understand the concept of valency. What is valency? Valency is actually the combining power of an element. When elements react, they exchange valencies. So how would you know the valency of elements without cramming? Let's look at sodium as an example. Sodium is an element and it has 11 electrons. The easiest way of knowing the valency of elements is actually to know the number of electrons that particular element needs to lose or gain to attain stability. You know, when elements react, they either attain stability by losing electron or gaining electrons. Now, how would you know those elements that lose electrons? They are just your metals. And how would you identify your metals in the first 20 elements? Those elements that end with IUM except helium, they are metals. They are metals. So when they react, they lose electron to become stable. And now how would you know that an atom of an element is stable? It is when that element has 2 or 8 electrons on its atmosphere. Now let's look at sodium as an example. It has 11 electrons, 2 electrons on the first shell, then 8, then the last one is 1. Remember, sodium is a metal. Now for sodium to attain stability, to attain an octet or duplet state, it will have to lose this electron it has on its atmosphere, which is 1. And this 1 electron that sodium will have to lose to attain stability is equal to its valency. Okay? Today, let's look at how to write the chemical formula of chlorides. Chlorides like sodium chloride, magnesium chloride. You know, it's an error. You can ask a student to write the chemical formula of calcium chloride, then the next thing you will see is CaCl, which is wrong. So at the end of today's class, you will learn the easiest way of writing the chemical formula of inorganic compounds. Now, I want to look at how to write chlorides. What are chlorides? Chlorides are actually binary compounds that contain chlorine. Okay? And when you say that a compound is binary, it simply means that compound contains 2 elements. So if it is a chloride, we have 2 elements with chlorine inclusive. Now, let's look at the first one, sodium chloride. Is this a chloride? Yes, it is a chloride because of the presence of chlorine. Now the first step is to write down the chemical symbols of the elements making up the compound, which are sodium, Na, chlorine, Cl. What's the valency of sodium? 1. What's the valency of chlorine? Now how will you get the valency of chlorine? Chlorine has 17 electrons. 2 electrons on the first shell, 8, and then 7. Chlorine is a non-metal. It will not lose electron to attain stability, but rather it will gain electron. Now it has 2, 8, and 7. 7 electrons on its atmosphere, so it needs 1 to become stable. So that 1 electron is equal to its valency. So under chlorine, I write 1. So after writing down the valencies of the elements, you cross it. There will be exchange of valency. Sodium will take the valency of chlorine. Chlorine will take the valency of sodium. So I will have Na1. I don't need to write the 1. Then chlorine 1. I don't need to write the 1. So this is sodium chloride. Now the next one, let's look at calcium chloride. This is a chloride. It is a binary compound with chlorine inclusive. The first step is to write the symbol of calcium. and then chlorine. Now, what's the valency of calcium? What's the valency of calcium? Calcium has 20 electrons, right? And it is a metal. Remember I told you that those elements that end with IUM are your metals. So when these elements react, they lose electrons to become stable. Since calcium has 20 electrons, the first here we have 2, 8, 8, and then 2, the last one. So definitely calcium will lose these 2 electrons to become stable. So these 2 electrons is equal to its valency. So under calcium I write 2. You've known the valency of chlorine as 1, so you cross it. Calcium will take the valency of chlorine. We don't need to write the 1, and then chlorine what? 2. Now let's look at the next chloride. Let's look at potassium chloride. Potassium chloride. The first step, write down the symbol of the elements making up the compound. This is potassium and this is chlorine. Potassium has 19 electrons. So the first here we have 2, we have 8, we have 8 and 1. Remember this is a metal. When it reacts, definitely it's going to lose electrons to attain stability. And it's going to lose just this 1 electron. So this 1 electron is equal to its valency. So I write 1 here, write 1 here, cross it. This is KCl. Now let's look at the chemical formula of magnesium chloride. Magnesium chloride. Write a symbol of magnesium, which is Mg, and then chlorine Cl. Now, magnesium has 12 electrons. The first here will have 2, 8, and then 2. Remember this is a metal. When it reacts, definitely it will lose 2 electrons. And the 2 electrons is equal to its valency. So the valency of magnesium is 2, 1. So what will I have? Mg. I don't need to write the 1. And then chlorine will take the valency of magnesium. This is magnesium chloride. Okay. Can we look at aluminium chloride? This is the chloride. So we have aluminium and then chlorine. What's the number of electrons and what's the valency of aluminium? It has 13 electrons and it is a metal. Definitely it's going to lose electron when it reacts. We have 2, 8, and then 3. So definitely it will lose these 3 electrons it has on its atmosphere, and this 3 electron is equal to its valency. 3, 1, I'll have Al, I don't need to write a 1, and then chlorine 3. This is aluminium chloride. Alright, you can try to get the chemical formula of zinc chloride. The valency of zinc is 2 and the valency of chlorine is 1. Thank you for watching. Do well to like, share, drop a comment, and also recommend my YouTube channel to any science student struggling with chemistry. In my next class, we'll look at the part 2 of writing the chemical formulas of inorganic compounds. Thank you.